I'm talking about the Word of God, and the subject right now is faith at the end of the age. How many people will be saved when Jesus returns? One thing is certain, and that is most people won't be saved. The majority of people will not overcome the tribulation. That might be hard for some people to accept, but if the majority of the earth wasn't wicked, then why would God need to bring the world to an end? If the majority of people were doing the right thing and wise people were in control, we shouldn't have all these environmental and economic disasters closing in on us. Listen to this. Luke 18:8. I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? Jesus doesn't say whether or not he will find faith on the earth. It's quite possible that out of however many billion people are on this earth, only a small percentage will be only a small percentage will be saved. Or there could be more. It doesn't say exactly how many people will be saved. This is intentional. Jesus wanted us to stay on our toes, so we wouldn't think, well, odds are I will be saved, or there's no chance I will be saved, so why bother? This relates to my previous talk about how you shouldn't ask who goes to heaven or not. What I want to ask you is this: are you spiritually prepared? Are you spiritually prepared? Are you sure you can answer your Maker? In the book of Revelation it says a great multitude washed their clothes in the blood of the Lamb, and they were without number. So right there we can say that many people will be saved. But if without number means a billion people, that's less than a third of the world. In addition to that, there's no mention of the rapture in the book of Revelation. Instead, this large number of people in white robes are the people that went through the Great Tribulation. So therefore, people should expect that they will live through terrible suffering in the world. If you consider yourself an everyday Christian, you will experience the Great Tribulation. The mention of the so-called rapture is elsewhere in the Bible, but it says it will happen when Jesus returns, not before the tribulation. In addition to that, the book of Revelation says the tribulation happens before Christ returns. It is a common teaching that Christians will experience the rapture, and only some people will have to prove themselves in the tribulation. I'm telling you, most people who get saved at the end of the age are going to see the Great Tribulation. They will not skip over it. These are the people who are going to suffer at the hands of false Christians and unbelievers. The world has never been more poised to collapse than it has been in these recent years, and it stands to reason that it will never be ready to collapse in the same way again. As our finite resources dwindle, the time of distress that was promised is now near at hand. The point is, do not think you will sit in a bubble while the rest of the world wails. You too will go through the trials. People believe that somehow it won't be so bad for them. It's going to affect everybody. The only thing that you can gain out of it is the salvation of your soul. You cannot save the world or come out on top somehow. You can only gain a place in the kingdom of heaven. Things will not turn out better than ever before with the world as we know it. With our resources starting to dwindle, expect the worst. Whether you are a Christian or an unbeliever, do not expect to go untouched. Thanks for listening. Go with God.